It's absurd. What evidence does he provide to support his assertion that China has launched a 23-ton research facility, making it the biggest space station ever approved? By 2022, there'll be 2 functioning space stations. Perhaps the most advanced space station is the Chinese Tiangong station, which has been in use since June 20. Since 2000, there's been a need for the International Space Station. About 1,000 experiments, some of which will try to mimic the findings of the International Space Station, will be conducted aboard China's space station for 10 years. Would China's self-sufficiency lead to its emergence as a superpower? What impact will China's space spending have on us? The newly built Chinese space station and its prospective implications on the so-called superpowers will be today's theme. In this video, we're going to talk about China's best megaproject that will change the whole space industry. So let's get started. Once, the US government forbade China's space station from accessing the ISS in 2011. A groundbreaking concept that eventually led to success was born. China's ambitions to at least match or beat the United States in the realm of space exploration have culminated with a recent unveiling of the last module of its space station. This video will explore China's despicable attempts to build its own space station and highlight China's contribution to space development. Over the last 70 years, the United States has been in charge, but in 2031, its mission will be completed and it'll be decommissioned and deorbited. After reading this, you may be wondering why space exploration is so important. But don't you think there are already enough problems to deal with? Why is it that humans are so attracted to space? Yes, it is, since space exploration has made it possible for GPS, weather predictions, solar cells, and many other things to operate correctly. China's urge to explore space has grown, and President Xi Jinping wants to build a station on the moon by 2030. China is the only country in the world with a space station. It's called Tiangong, which translates to heavenly place in Mandarin. The more general story at hand is how China and America have differing perspectives on international collaboration. Republican Frank Wolf presented the Wolf Amendment Bill in 2011, which forbade NASA from working with China on any facet of space exploration. Because of respect for human rights and national security, the US administration justified its choice to exclude China from the International Space Station. Yet this isn't the first time that the US has isolated a country by using human rights as a weapon. Contrary to the United States, China has indicated that it would welcome foreign cooperation despite having discontinued engaging in international space collaboration. China is now so self-sufficient that the whole world is dependent on it. As more countries turn to China for leadership in international space cooperation, China will see unprecedented prosperity. The US administration has done everything in its power to obstruct China's development, including igniting a trade war and denying it access to the most advanced microchips. The Chinese government has historically backed peaceful space exploration, but American leaders are more focused on reining in China than on advancing their nation. China's situation worsened when Biden was elected and the US levied the strongest sanctions. We want people to understand that when you attempt to encircle and constrain someone, their only option is to adapt and survive. By doing this, the US government made China stronger while simultaneously making itself weaker. They unintentionally forced China to advance its intelligence and quickness. Also, the knowledge that the International Space Station will soon run out of money in 2024 motivated them to work harder to narrow such gaps. One of the best things about Chinese culture is this. It's a good thing that NASA is making a lot of effort to prolong the life of the International Space Station. In essence, it may be turned off in the next 18 months because of China's space efforts. The International Space Station will be able to operate until the end of 2028, according to a recent statement from NASA to the Financial Times. Nonetheless, it became obvious that China's station is substantially more advanced than the International Space Station when the 2 space stations are compared. The latter is a little out of date and disorganized. In this case, China is once again on the heavier side. China now has the right to choose which countries it can and cannot cooperate with, a position that was before held by the US. The very last moment of the video has come. Talent cannot be suppressed. That much is obvious. The nation was motivated to accomplish something more significant as a result of the cornering. Nothing negative occurred. The only problem that might occur is if China uses its space knowledge to address a more significant problem. What else is there besides the epidemic? Do you anticipate seeing American astronauts working in China's Tiangong space station? Will China be so kind as to approve it? Will maintaining good relations with us be successful? What are your thoughts on this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to subscribe if you like the video and turn on the notification bell to follow our activities. We'll see you in our next video. Until then, peace.